Hi, this is Alex from Adult Services, and welcome to another Library Catalog Series computer tutorial. Today, we are going to cover advanced searches in the Library Catalog. Open up your web browser like Google Chrome. In Google, your search engine, type Fox Lake District Library and Enter key, and then Fox Lake District Library homepage. And let's do a practice search. So let's say we looked up cookbook and then enter. That'll bring up a lot of results. For books, we have 1,436 books. So let's narrow it down a little bit. What kind of cookbook are we looking for? Let's say we were looking at French cookbook. So I narrowed it down to 80. So these are all the different French cookbooks that we have. So let's say we're interested in the French grill. You click on that particular record, and then you got a summary. And you can also click on the subject's cooking French and see what comes up also. And that'll bring up some results on cookbooks there in French. And they give you a shelf location and a description and an author. Let's say I was really into Julia Child for cooking. If you click on the actual author, it'll bring up Julia Child's other books. You can always use the back button to get back to your previous page. Let's say as I was going through everything, I didn't want to look at French cooking. So let's say cookbook, I wanted to look at more barbecue. So then you can bring down, and you can see they're mostly in the similar section, 641.76. And let's say we're interested in the Cool Smoke, the Art of Great Barbecue. You can click on it by Tuffy Stone. It gives you a little description. It gives you a location where it's located. And we can click on the barbecuing subject heading to even get the narrowed down results of even other barbecue books. So the Big Favorite Grill, that looks interesting. So you click on that. So yeah, you'll find quite a bit just under the subject heading of barbecue, and these are clickable. So once you've narrowed it down to cookbook, barbecue, and you clicked on a subject like barbecuing, we've narrowed down the type of cookbook that we're looking for. Cookbook, Italian cooking. And again, we click on the subject heading Cooking Italian, and it'll bring up even more different ones to look at. They give you the description, the location, and if it's something you're interested in, you just click on Place a Hold. Type in your library card number, the 14 digits, your last 4 digits of your PIN, and then you can place on hold, and when it's available, the library will call you to set up a curbside or a grab-and-go appointment. So that's one type of search, just narrowing down your keyword. Those are our keyword searches and subject searches. But you're probably wondering, what's this advanced search over here? That also allows you to do some searching. I like to do an advanced search when I'm looking for a specific author. For example, if I wanted to see Agatha Christie and what she wrote, under the author field, Agatha Christie, I do advanced search, and it brings up a lot of different Agatha Christie books. Let's say I just wanted to look at books. I can click on the format book, and then I can look at one. Let's say this is one I want to read. I can click on it, the title. This is part of the Jane Marple series. So let's say I was really into the Jane Marple series. I could actually click on the subject heading Jane Marple, and it'll bring up all the different Jane Marple series books. But let's say I wanted to broaden, go back to Agatha Christie. You can also click on the Agatha Christie author, and you click on that. Let's say we want to narrow down Poirot. Poirot is another part of the Agatha Christie, so I just added Poirot after it. So then we go to book. So then you can go to the subject heading Hercule Poirot, and that'll bring up all the Hercule Poirot series by Agatha Christie. And you can even go further by saying what's by publication date and see what are some of the newer Hercule Poirot mysteries that are out there. Click back on Agatha Christie, and you can go back to Marple if you want to look at the Marple series. You can just add the keyword Marple, and you can look at what that one is, and then you can click on the subject heading Jane Marple, and that'll also bring up some additional results. So this is a little bit of exploration on the advanced search feature. Again, I like the author. I like being able to look for different things by authors. Then click on subject headings for series. If you knew the series, again, if we knew Poirot, you can select series Poirot, advanced search, and then it brings all the Poirot series. Advanced search Marple, advanced search. I don't know why that one didn't come with more, but again, Marple Jane is the series, Jane Marple. Looks like the Agatha Christie Mystery Collection brings up quite a bit too, so you can type that in. You can search by title. So let's say we wanted to look up Gone with the Wind. You can do a direct title search. Murder on the Orient Express. That was Agatha Christie. We can type that in there. You could even put, if you knew Christie and Murder on, then it narrows down so that you're only getting the Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. If you're interested, then you can click on it. And that's a Hercule Poirot. Again, you can click on any of these. Let's say you're really into private investigators in England. I can actually click on that. And it'll bring up, sometimes it'll bring up more things. And if I, let's say, private investigators Los Angeles, I use some keyword searches. It brings up some James Pattersons. Like private LA. If you're, let's say, really interested in just suspense fiction, you can click on that. It'll bring up some results. Private security services, private investigators fiction. I can click on that, and it'll bring up all the private investigator. So a lot of different ways to search for. And the next will always bring you to other pages. Stone Barrington, let's say I was doing Stuart Woods, you can actually, the Stone Barrington character will bring up all the Stone Barrington by Stuart Woods. So a lot of different ways to search. So definitely explore searching by different keywords in the keyword search here. The more specific you are, the more you're going to get close to what you're looking for. So if I'm looking for a mystery set in England, I mean, this will just give a mystery. This is a nonfiction because it's showing a nonfiction here. But let's say I was specifically looking at a mystery. You can actually even narrow it down by collection, mystery. So Death Toll Mystery by Jim Kelly takes place in Norfolk, England fiction, Police England, Norfolk fiction. So let's say I was really getting into that. You can click on Police England, Norfolk fiction, and then it'll bring up some Norfolk fiction there. Let's say we did London mystery. There's Murder Investigation England, London fiction. You can click on that. Detectives England, London fiction. So if I clicked on Detectives or Murder Investigation, depending on which one you want, you can click on one of those and it'll bring up even more. So you go down these little trails that allow you to even discover even more books with similar subjects and similar keywords. So thank you for coming to today's visit. Stay tuned for additional online programs and computer tutorials. And you have a great day.